Yep. Without further ado, one of the major reasons why we are here, this individual took a stand last week and decided to go ahead and make an attempt to end this because he could not see any more brown, black, red, yellow, or white people dying anymore. And he said, I want to stand up and take responsibility. No further ado, please welcome the game.
Number one, I can't stand up here without my brother Problem. This is both our fight. I just want to tell a little short story about me and where I'm from and where I come from and what I represent. Standing before you today, you have a very affiliated gang member from Westside Cedar Block, Compton, Piru, that's me. And then you have one of my best friends in life who is out of Westside Piru but doesn't bang and been non-affiliated, and we in the same position as far as our platform and just reaching people. That right there should let you know how thin the line is in the streets, For some of us, we got a choice, and if we're strong enough, we make the right choice. Like him, I would say that he's a little bit stronger than me for, not letting, the hood pull him into, the trap that we know as gangbanging. TC came up here and told y'all, gave y'all a little bit of history, a history that I know that not everybody knows. And started over things in the playground just as small as leather coats. And it wasn't about killing each other. See, if you're African American and you know anything about African Americans and you know anything about the African people, black people as a whole, then you go back to the beginning of time and you understand that we were a peaceful people. Strong, happy, dancing, nonviolent within the confines of ourselves as people. It wasn't until, we were violated, taken from our home and brought here to, do the devil's work for none other than the devil, that we got confused. And once they put us here and they, rationed food and resources, and then they put food and resources, the ones that were able to keep the food and resources, they look like food to us. And so that's where the division came from. And, years and years later, we are here today, killing ourselves. For me, I say that Black Lives Matter, number one, because I'm black, my children are black, and Black lives do matter. But I will say on the same accord, I grew up in a foster home, and over decisions that my father made, where I seen the Child Welfare Bureau come and take me and my sisters out of the home and split us up. So we grew up different, and me in my foster home, I was the only black dude in my foster home. I grew up with Mexicans, homie. And, if a tear falls, it's because,
It's all right.
it's because one of the cats that I grew up in a foster home with, Calvin, his name was Spanky. He was from Playboy Gangster. Straight Mexican. That was more my brother than my own brothers. And from the time that we was 10 years old, this fool wanted to be a gangster. I wanted to play basketball. This stupid fool wanted to be a gangster. So we grew up. I played basketball until I figured that, the NBA probably wasn't going to be for me. And, I followed my big brother Face's footsteps, and I joined Cedar Block because that's where our grandma stayed. And, and I got tired of walking through, Santana Block and the T-flats to get to the school and them tripping on me, so I needed a little bit of help. So I joined the homies, and I kept up with, Calvin over the years. He did 10 years, in Folsom, and he came out, and he was out for 10 years. Well, 2 weeks ago, he was murdered. Don't nobody know what happened. All I know is that he ain't here no more, and I'm up here, and I'm gonna be his voice today. So, when and I'm gonna take my time, because I didn't come up here to voice a self-centered opinion about how game feels about what needs to be done. I came up here for us, our children, and just Los Angeles, and then even more than Los Angeles, the world, because we living in it. I'll tell you how different of an individual I am. Yeah, when I do these interviews and they ask me all about peace and why am I doing this and asking me to explain who I am, I don't say I'm no ex-gang member because I'm not. I'm active, but I'm active in a different way. You see, people see me shaking the police hands, and before last week, I hated the police, at least I thought I did because I was taught to. That's how I came up. I seen them doing this injustice. As personally, I've been done injustice by the LAPD, Compton Sheriffs, my whole life. But my decision to walk down there with Snoop, who also didn't want to walk, I had to, damn near drag him out. To walk down there, it was a decision made for your children. Your children more than mine, because I dropped my kids off to school in Calabasas, and they don't deal with kids in the hood, deal with the things that I dealt with in my life. So it's not about game. It's not really even about my children. It's about yours. And I love them, and I'm out here with them, and I was one of them, and I understand that before laws get passed and signatures are signed and all that, that takes years. It's about what we gonna do right now, today. I'm not gonna stand here in front of you and pretend to be a preacher or a pastor. I take tutelage and I get my wisdom from, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, and I don't have to be a Muslim to do that, and I am empowered. I'm empowered by the FOI and the Muslim community. As the pastor of my church is Bishop Noel Jones, so I don't have to make a decision to be with this person or that person. I take wisdom from whoever gonna speak it. Aside from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, Minister Tony Muhammad, Brother Rizza Islam, Kamal Muhammad, I also take tutelage and wisdom from my homies. The big wise who gonna sit here humble, I speak for you. All my big homies over here, D-Dog, Braze, Wacko, and these is all Westside Pyrus. These are the type of gang members, OGs, big homies that we all need. The ones that try to keep me out the streets, that told me I had a voice. I gave Wacko my demo, he listened to it, and told me, you gonna make it, homie. On the other side of them, dudes that's with me every day, my family, my brother. 3 Crips right here. I walk with them every day. I stand with them every day. I eat with them. They pick up my kids. And I didn't grow up, that wasn't supposed to happen. When I grew up, Crip or not, blood or not, if you had on blue, you was getting shot, chased down, beat down. If you had on red, same thing. When I came into my rap career, my first song I ever dropped said Crip niggas, blood niggas, essays, Asians, Dominican, and so forth. And I want to say that I did have a hand in bringing peace back amongst each other. So I'm getting wisdom from, my big homies every day. I'm walking with Crips every day who protect my life, protect my kids, walk with me. And they not on no payroll or nothing like that. I look out for them when I can. I'm just trying to help. I talked to my big homie Bone. I got another one of my big homies in the back. If you turn around, that's one of my OGs in the burgundy suit right there. Ain't never steered me the wrong way. He gonna be humble. He ain't gotta be up on the stage. I do the talking for you. Anybody that know game, I'm a passionate brother, man. I love my city. I love it. I love it as a whole. I'm not scared. And if there has to be a life taken to get the point across, I give mine. I done seen my homies, brothers, people who I don't know, strangers, on the TV, on the cameras. I seen them give theirs. And I'm here to fight this war with y'all. I'm not scared at all of anything. I'm not scared of police. I'm not scared of, the evil. I'm not scared of, homies that don't have, the bigger picture at heart. I'm not scared to fight. I'm not scared to preach. I'm not scared to talk. I'm not scared to stand here. Brother Dawu, I salute you and all your generals. I call y'all generals because it ain't got to be a leader. We can all be the same position and stand up for the same fight. I ain't gonna take too much of your time, but I will say that, you know, there's a lot of naysayers, a lot of haters, a lot of people that don't want us in here, don't want me up here. They're gonna get on my Instagram and they're gonna say, oh, you sold out. Well, fuck you, homie. And I tell you what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna stand down on my push for positivity for these babies, for nobody. This time, it ain't gonna be, had this peace conference, had this march, had this protest, and then we go away to the next one. Not this time. Nah. This time, I'm gonna lead by example, and not to minimize anyone in here. But I got one of the biggest social media-driven platforms in this room and outside of this room. And I'm using mine for a different cause. You see, because every time I take a picture or post a picture or press a button and send it out to these fans, I make that decision. It could be of a gun, I got one. It could be of some weed, got plenty. But for the last 10 days, it's been all positivity. That's it. And so, what I'm starting to see is our youth and these kids that follow me, the same ones that say, gang, let me hit that, pass me that. And we laugh about it. And I say, if you see me, I'll pull up and let you hit it. Now I'm seeing them same kids say, gang, I don't have a father, I don't have a voice. What you doing is love. With the prayer hand emoji, because that's how these kids is getting down these days. So again, you know, before I wrap up, and I'm going to let Problem speak because he got a few things that he want to say, a few things that's on his mind, is that I talked to my homie Bone for 4 hours yesterday. He in the penitentiary, been moving around in the penitentiary for, probably 35 years, 30 years. I'm only 36, so he's been in there since I was 1. I got an open line of communication with him, and Ben had one since the beginning of my career, which is 14 years. He's still fighting to get out. Maybe he will one day, maybe he won't, but I'm a voice for him, and I'm going to speak. And I'm going to say this, and everybody that's been incarcerated, from Whack to Wacko to Braze, D-Dog just got out. Raise your hand, D-Dog, so y'all know. It's my big homie. Don't nobody in jail want to be in jail. Nobody. Not the killers, the murderers, the robbers, the thieves, the rape. Nobody in jail want to be in jail. Almost as soon as you get to the jail, as soon as they process you in, you start looking at the calendar, telling the other homies when you about to get out, or what you about to do, or what appeal you got to make. S-Mac, I see you. Why don't we think about that before we go in? You know you don't want to be in there. Why you trying so hard to get in there so that you can say you want to get out of there? That sounds stupid to me. The killers. Anybody in here who was ever picked up a gun and shot at anything? You know, I raise my hand and say I have. You know, I ain't the best shooter, luckily. All the killers. Everybody want to kill. I kill you, homie. I kill this. I kill Krabs. I kill Slot. I kill. But ask the same nigga with the gun if he ready to die. And they gonna say no. So if you ain't ready to die, and he ain't ready to die, why you gonna shoot him, homie? He ain't ready to die. And are you gonna be ready to die when the gun is pointed at you? No. And let's be men. When it's a gun pointed at you, and it's cocked back, and you know the only thing standing between you and the gun is God, why you wait till then to start praying, wishing, hoping? It only take a second to lose your life. Matter of fact, we can't control it all. Somebody gonna lose their life today, but I'm praying and I'm hoping it ain't nobody in this room, or it ain't nobody watching that screen outside. So everybody in here, I thank you for waking up today and making this your mission to come down here so that we as a collective unit can save Los Angeles. And there's people in here that ain't from Los Angeles, but we're here today. And if we do it here, it'll start to spiral out. It'll start to trickle down. Because if you look at the history of the nation, whenever tragedy or whenever positive Los Angeles writes the passage for everything that happens. People don't riot and tear up shit till we do. If you noticed, people ain't gonna be positive and stop killing until we do. This is LA. This is one of the biggest, best cities in the world. Not just the nation of America, in the world. And from this day out, politicians, mayors, President of the United States, all of them gonna be held accountable. Everybody. But before we do that, we gotta hold ourselves accountable as people. I ain't come here asking for no money. I didn't come here asking for you to do nothing except give me an ear and hear me out and hear everybody else out on this panel, the speakers, the people that are intervention seekers, the people that want to save your kids, save mine. And I got a goal. My goal is that in 10 years, my daughter's 5, 13 years, when she turns 18, I want her to walk out the door and I want it to be a little bit more safer, just a little bit. Because I don't like what I'm seeing on the news. I don't like what I'm seeing in the streets. I don't drive around LA with security. I don't ride around with a gun no more because I ain't trying to go to jail. I ain't trying to get pulled over, and I ain't trying to reach for mine or they reach for. I'm not trying to do that. I drive around this city like a black man and it's from it, and ain't nobody gonna take it from me. I never intended for my spiel to be this long. But if this is happening today, and I'm on this stage today, I want to speak right now. And I want to say that I love everybody inside of this room and the ones that weren't able to make it, the ones that are sitting down, whichever camera is pointed at me that's servicing the people that are sitting in the chairs. I love you. I love you. And I think that those 3 words get lost in translation amongst people across the world. So yeah, Black Lives Matter. I'm black. It does. But you got a whole lot of other people out here and their lives don't matter to them too. And go a step further. Let them know that their lives matter too. And you know what they'll probably do? They'll probably accept you and allow your life to matter to them. But I started at the grassroots. Like TC said, the grassroots. That's the babies, man. That's the kids. Because it ain't no 5-year-olds running around here with no guns or rags in their pocket yet. They not. They run around here watching TV, cartoons, playing, running when they see you. When you come in the house, your kid don't know if you from 60s or you from Grape or you from West Side Park. They just running to daddy. And you as a grown man, as a grown woman, you have an opportunity to shape and mold and turn that kid into Play-Doh and to be something, amazing. And on behalf of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, Brother Tony Muhammad, the Nation of Islam, the Crips and Bloods, all the Spanish gangs in LA, all the non-affiliated people, all the beautiful people, take initiative. Your life should mean more to you. It should mean a lot more to you than what we're showing. So I say again in my parting words before I hand it off to Problem, I love every single person in here. I love every single person on the earth. Matter of fact, it ain't nobody in the world that I hate today. And I like to keep it that way going forward, one day at a time, man. I love y'all.